welcome back. I'm Ganesha and today we are going to talk about Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. So last week I did something. I reread The Order of the Phoenix from start to the end nearly after 5 years. I can never really bring myself to read a book a second time because I know what's gonna happen next. I know the plot and the story, and that just takes away the thrill and the suspense of reading it. But nevertheless, I had this really strong desire to read The Order of the Phoenix and I decided to give it a try. And I am utmost pleased to inform you that I am not disappointed. My heart is filled with so much emotion right now because the whole book is still fresh in my mind that I cannot just put into words what J.K. Rowling and her writing has done to me. Reading Harry Potter literally makes you feel like J.K. Rowling is a part of the Wizarding world. She has been through the journey she narrates. She has experienced all which Harry experiences. Because no living being can imagine to that extent. She isn't just telling this story from Harry's point of view. No, she is telling you everything from Fred and George wanting to open a joke shop, to Hermione making hats for house elves, to Ginny dating Dean Thomas, to Black's family tree, to Hagrid having a little giant brother, to Percy leaving his family, to Hermione writing letters to Viktor Krum, to Hermione and Ron becoming prefects, and to Dumbledore teaching us important life lessons through his incredible quotes. Apart from having a breathtaking and outstanding conflict, small beautiful scenes put in between to establish the personality of the characters and the relationships between them is what keeps a reader invested in a book. And J.K. Rowling knows that. She has not written these books with the motive of just finishing them off. She has written these books with love, with affection, with care, with passion, nurturing and treating them as her own children. And it shows. And now, before I go totally over the top and start crying here, let's come back to the Order of the Phoenix. Voldemort is back. He's full human again with his whole classy gang of Death Eaters ready to destroy the whole world. But no one believes Harry when he tells everyone that Voldemort is back because apparently the Minister of Magic is a douchebag. He's not ready to believe that Voldemort is back because of course he's too scared and he does not have any resources to fight Voldemort back. So he blissfully ignores the fact that Voldemort is back again and places all the blame on poor Harry. And yes, the Order of the Phoenix is a wizard organization having in it some of the most amazing people established to fight Voldemort. Dark times have come and you can sense it. The Order of the Phoenix literally starts with Harry and Dudley being attacked by a pair of Dementors in Little Winging and Harry getting expelled from Hogwarts for fighting off those Dementors. We get to see a dark, irritated and a bit aggressive side of Harry in this part too. For starters, he has to spend his summer alone at his aunt and uncle's house while all of the Order of the Phoenix, including Ron and Hermione and all the Weasleys, are at the Order's headquarters, and when he does reach there, no one is telling him clearly about what's happening. Hogwarts, Harry's favorite place in the world, is also not so comforting this year. Dumbledore is mostly away for the Order's work and Ministry is trying to interfere into Hogwarts, which is not good at all. Harry realizes that there is a link between him and Voldemort due to which his scar hurts when Voldemort's near and Harry is having these uncomfortable dreams and visions of Voldemort. So Harry has to take occlumency lessons from Snape to prevent you-know-who from penetrating into his mind and thoughts, and for an icing on the top, Harry has to deal with Professor Umbridge, a Ministry official sent over to Hogwarts to teach them defense against the dark arts and make life absolutely horrible for Harry. Now let's talk about Professor Dolores Umbridge. She's a short, toad-faced person with a girly sweet laugh and the ability to annoy a person to the core. Seriously, if I have never hated a character more than Snape, I have never been annoyed by a character more than Dolores Umbridge. Now, this book, this part is thick, okay? The thickest of all parts, having 800 pages. But believe me, once you're through with all the parts, you'll ask for more. This will seem less to you. You'll cry for more. Parallel to the tension and fear growing with Voldemort being back and Ministry interfering into Hogwarts, J.K. Rowling makes sure to build the characters and the relationships side by side. You get a glimpse of the Black family tree, how Sirius ran away from his home and his long cousins who are Death Eaters. You also get to know about the time when Sirius, James, Pettigrew, Lupin, Snape and Lily were at Hogwarts and the bond they shared. You also see Ron becoming a prefect and getting on the Quidditch team. Apart from being loyal as ever to Harry, even when Harry's shouting at the top of his lungs at Ron and Hermione for keeping things from him. Hermione is as smart and intelligent as ever, going completely mad for studying for their final examinations called Owls, suing hags for house elves, and putting all of her energy into stop Harry from doing something reckless. One of the main reasons I love the Harry Potter series is because of the bond, the friendship that Ron, Harry and Hermione share. I feel a very strong connect with the three of them. I've seen them laugh, love, cry, fight, make mistakes and do some wondrous, fabulous things. It's an ideal friendship, you know, and the three of them will always be my favorite trio. The tone and the feel of the Order of the Phoenix is tense and uneasy. You are literally on the edge as you read the book. You can feel this tension and fear building up inside of you as you flip each page of the book. The movie disappointed me. Really. I don't want to sound repetitive and say for the 100th time that the movie misses out on scenes, makes a few changes here and there, and does not detail the scenes properly. But no complaints really. I don't blame the makers because you possibly cannot make a 800-page book into a 2-3 hour movie and cover everything, especially when the book is Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling's writing style is easy and funny yet clever because it makes you cling to the story and you cannot put the book down. Believe me, I have read the books about 2 times and seen the movies about 200 times, and I yet again found myself obsessed with the book when I read it 3 days back. So please, just go read it. Go! If you like this video, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you.